All right, this is Buff dropping in on you once again. We've reached the end of our 22-23 school year here in Terrebonne Parish at the Lewis Miller Terrebonne Career and Technical High School. Back in the back here in my class, in which we're doing auto mechanics, and we're also doing auto refinishing. We had a very good year this year. We had no major accidents, nothing really damaged, anything to be talking about. I call it a good year. Nobody got hurt, and we got things done. Let's scroll through a little bit for a second here. I'll just like a couple of scenes to be rolling in the background. What I'd like to do though, just last week, Friday, we had a group of people come out and visit our campus. And we had the pleasure of having them come to our classroom. It was the AACA, all right? It's a car club. We're going to give you a little bit more information about that. We want to just take this time out here to say we were so happy that you had a chance to come out and see what we try to do here at Lewis Miller Terrebonne Career and Technical High School, and back here at Ghetto Customs, we call it, just some of the things that we try to do. And we'd like to extend a welcome to you to come out at any time and visit us, because it was a joy having you here. And I hope you learned a little something about one of the best kept secrets here in Terrebonne Parish. Well, anyway, for those of you who didn't have the experience of coming on the tour, we'd like to roll a couple of clips for you and give you an idea of what went on that day when the AACA of Louisiana came down here and visited us at the Lewis Miller Terrebonne Career and Technical High School. I think that's the Lagniappe Chapter, Charter, Lagniappes. All right, anyway, we're going to roll clips. Hope you enjoy. Once again, extending you a welcome to always come out and visit us here at the Lewis Miller Terrebonne Career and Technical High School. My name is Don Buffington, AACA Buff, and I am out of here. See you later, Scully. Scully. Scully's always
Look this way a little bit. Look this way a little bit.
Hey, so
Let me take a picture because my kids, my
this is one of the
grandkids.
classes. This is one of the classes that's known as Mr. Buck class. He's been teaching here for 47 years.
To show the simulation, I have to kind of drop y'all, but this is a painting simulator. I can use it now to let the kids learn how to paint. They put these on and they swear they're in a paint booth. They make a mistake, they look on the board, they just use up $365 worth of paint material. All I gotta do is say delete and reset. Can't do that out there. You go out there and start wasting paint, I'm like, hey! I start getting loud because this material is extremely high. All right, I'm gonna give you a little background of who I am. That's a little 16-year-old me when I was in high school and back in 1967. Wow. All right, in 1967, my particular high school ended up being state champion in baseball and basketball. They had high standards in my school. Not only in 67 was my high school the state champions in basketball, we were also state champions in track.
All right.
At the same time. 67 state champion, 68 state champion, 69 state champion. Every year I was in high school, I was a state champion. I thought it was normal.
Where did you go to high school?
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. McKinley Senior High School in Baton Rouge. I came here in 1975 and couldn't leave. I've been here ever since because the good earth, you ever heard of that? This is the good earth down here, believe it or not. The people are different. They look out for each other. All right? So that's why I got the drive I have. Now, I went to Terrebonne High School, and I noticed that Terrebonne High School had this out in the front of their school. Right there. It used to be out in front of Terrebonne by a tree. We made that sign for Terrebonne over 30 years ago.
Really?
We put it out there. Everybody thought it was concrete, but it was really metal. So I had them bring it over here. We sanded it down, repaired it, painted, and it's now on the field of Terrebonne. If you go to Terrebonne's field now and you see the THS, that work came from right here. The welding class made it, and we repainted it 30 years after they painted it. They made it. All right. Anderson Paint Supply gave us $1,200 worth of paint. Commercial Science gave me $100 worth of stencils. That's just in there. So we got together. It cost the school no money to get that repainted. We did it all because of the people in the community got together and did it. It's out in front of the school now. I'm on the football field right now. Let's see our welding class. Anderson Paint Supply been helping me out for 20 years on Barrel. St. Charles, Commercial Science, been helping me out in my class for the last 20-some years, coding all of them over there.
Commercial Signs is who actually made our plaques and our dash flags.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great people, y'all. Great people. Okay. So back in I like to have fun in my class. We take those around, we take a picture shots and put those around the desk. We can take a little pictures to have fun. Students remember more when they're having fun. So I always try to have my class a little excited. Miss Heidi, can you give me your book with the graphs in it right quick?
Yes, sir.
Over here at this school, what? We let our hands do the talking. Talk is cheap. A lot of people say a lot of things, but when you get through, show me something. I want to see what you did, okay? So let our hands do our talking over here. Flashback, we used to build buildings out here. They come get them and take them to different parts of the parish. Storm, it's not the first storm we've had here. I worked with the police department. We did a K-9 uniform one time. They came out of our shop. I redid that vehicle for a man. He wanted it redone. I painted the car. His daughter put on the graphic. Then I re-cleared it for him. The back of this thing is a Cadillac. A Corvette. Believe it or not, the back is a Corvette back. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But we dumped on a bunch of clear on that. Yeah, it had to sand and buff it out. But that was the artwork.
That's cool.
No, I didn't do the artwork. That's the back of it. Corvette back on the belt. Huh? It was nice. We did this car for the school board. It was total loss. I got it, we redid it, and now it's the school board's car. I got together with my class. We made a film on don't drink and drive. So we act like we had the kids in class. They were drinking in class. They left. They had a wreck and an accident. And this is what happened after they would see a boy drinking in my class.
Let me get you to go back for just a second. Was that a C5 score gun on the back of the other car?
I don't know if it was a year, but it was. It was a bit back.
That would have been fiberglass on steel?
Fiberglass on metal.
That was in the book. Wow.
All right, nursing class helped us out by staging an accident, all right? So the girls had a chance to come out and practice what you do in case you had an accident. I had the police department come out. I had no idea that that young man that was helping me out right there will now be our chief of police. That's him when he was at Elder High School as an SRO. I'm done with it. So all of this stuff is done with by communication and working with the community. We got a police car, they brought it in this year, it was white. They had a big hole in the back where they had a radar, an antenna. We took that out. Then I had my boys learn how to paint on it. Right here, they learning to sip and paint. They didn't learn to spray a little paint. Now wait, I'm gonna stop this right quick. Now this young man, everybody don't have the skill. He has the skill. If you know that he can paint, he's got a flow in his painting. Everybody don't have that. But he was real good, but guess what? Stopped coming to school. What the best work I have didn't finish this year because the community ate him up. You know, ate him up. And what I try to do is put some values in these kids to try to keep them in school so at least they have some tools when they finish. All right, in my class you get paid play money. You walk through the door, I got a boss, the boss come in, how you doing? I got your job assignment, you're getting paid so much money, I'm gonna give you a grade. You take that play money, you come at the end of the week, say, Mr. Buck, I'd like to buy some potato chips. I'll go buy the chips, I'll go in my office, I'll sell it to you. Start out at maybe $50 a bag, you know, $50 for a cold drink. As the year go on, that price gets up to be $1,000. $1,000 for a coat, $1,000 for a bag of chips. Anybody don't like the price, don't shop at my store. I buy it out of my pocket, so the principal can't tell me who to give it to. Right? I give it to who I think is worthy. You're walking around, your pants are sagging in my class, it's a $1,000 fine. If I see your shorts, I mean your undergarments, but that's not my short, that's my drawers, that's my short. $1,000 if it's under your pants. All right? The young lady that worked with me, if she sees it, it's $1,500 if the woman sees it. So around here, everybody looks like Earl. All right, I graphed them. They get a dot on their graph. And by the end of the year, they can take that graph and they connect it. Each man has a bank account. They can learn to do banking. All right? So you got to add your money up every week. All right? Then I give me a total. So I know how much money you got in the bank. And if you don't work, you don't eat. You ever heard that? That's how you go in here. You don't work, you don't eat. But you got your own bank account, and I graph them. I don't know what else she has in here. But that works out fine to them. Man, I ain't buying nothing, man. I'm about to get $1,000 now. I'm about to get a G. I'm about to have a G. No, I don't want to buy nothing. I'm going to buy a G. Some days I have it free. Buck, how much are you charging this week? It depends on how y'all act. Good week, low price. Bad week, high price. All right, that's how I roll on that. Now, some of the other things we've done, and I think maybe, this is same welding Mr. Simmons showed you in the front. We can do the same thing back here. You can sit at your desk and weld. The phone goes on the back, and you actually look like you're welding, looking through that. Or, you can put that phone in front of the helmet, and you can do that. Now, I didn't get a chance to show the other people. If y'all open those two doors, I'm going to show y'all what project we got going on. Outside, you're going to see an S10 barbecue pit. They had an old truck. What I did was, the motor was gone. Y'all, let's put a barbecue pit. We had a pit, and we had the truck. Put the two together, now we got ourselves an S10 barbecue pit. We're going to fire that thing up too.
I gotta see that.
You see?
Yeah,
I
you know,
just
yeah.
That's awesome.
But no one did. Okay. And I try to trick them into learning. You gotta find something they like. And that kind of stuff they like numbers. And everything.
You missed the phone.
Oh, yeah, they better.
Oh, you know.
They better listen. But I had a mama who was still valued in me.
You lost the class, that's it.
Yeah, and did you look at you? I knew exactly what she meant. Non-verbal.
I knew she was looking for copyright.
Huh?
I like that.
Innovation. I knew Chevy was good for something.
Get your picture. Close for them.
What's that? Down here? In my work truck, the thing where I got my car. Mine don't like that.
Master taught, big welder, teach all that in one class. Yeah. One of our instructors wanted his address, so we took our plaster torch, made him a deer, and then welded his address on it. So he can go home and can take this and put it down in his flower pot. Right?
I like it.
You know? They had to lay the pattern out. They had to cut. They had to grind. They had to sand. They had to prime. Next we're going to paint. So all those same procedures that I'm trying to teach off this machine and in my class, they can apply to this. Alright? Now, one other little thing. I go get some more spare metal. I take the spare metal, I get the guy 6 pieces, weld them together, and make me a box. So all that 6 individual pieces, they weld together, then sand it down, shoot a little paint on it, and they can put their initials and stuff on it. Something they can take home out of scrap. I tell them all the time, I try to think like the people of the pyramids. And I say about this, we try to take available resources at hand, stuff we got. We manipulate it or change it in a way, and we always try to leave a distinguishing mark. So we try to take what you got and learn how to use it. That's what people at home do. You know, I've heard of something about coon-ass ingenuity. I've heard that before. You know what I mean? The people learn to take what they got and use it to their best ability. Try to do the same thing with the kids. Anytime you see something thrown away, we try to make something out of it. They threw the wheelchair away, and they had some old rims at the rim shop. I took the two and put them together so Scully have something to sit in. I got another 2 of those out in my shed out there. But I normally don't have problems because a man named Richard Bowsker, when I first started, you know what he told me? Well, idle hands are the devil's workshop. And when they're busy, they're less trouble. And you know what? I try to keep that going. Anything, as long as I got them busy, they're not problems to me. I try to have fun all the time. I came up with this little game right here. We might ask a question, and you can answer the question. You can come spin your wheel. And whoever gets the highest point, they win. All right? That's probably 25 years old, the thing we made years ago.